homebrew Dunkin' decaf, dude.
I had a little Dunkin' today myself. It wasn't good. I had to go in. I did the drive-through. They didn't give me a donut. Uh, the whole thing was fucked up. I got in there and it was kind of like triage. Like it felt like a war zone. There was a lady going, I have to leave for work. Should I wait for my sandwich? Like I just need a
Yeah,
donut, ma'am. I don't know.
I'm not the one to ask for. I'm not the one to try and get you to know. I'm trying to figure out. This looks retarded.
That's cool. Well, it's cool. Like, are you DJing or doing a podcast?
And then no, this is DJ.
Okay, right. And then with like an antenna reaching up to the stars.
Yeah. All right, dude. I just saw this movie. Oh wait, first of all, did you see that video I just sent you, the YouTube one?
Yeah, I saw it before you sent it to me. I have seen it, and
I
it was funny.
it
Yeah.
keeps, dude. I keep getting this guy. I don't know what accidental algorithm I fell into where I'm getting people with Tourette's just popping up all the time, and I keep seeing this guy, and there's like him cooking and like smacking like bread or something, and it's hilarious. He's like
I
headbutting
don't think
dough.
I've ever, I don't think I've ever seen him before, but I've seen that specific video.
Dude, the like how he keeps kissing.
It's funny. He like, but he puts on like a whole new persona. Like he becomes
Yeah.
a different person.
Yeah, dude, each time. And he's like, and the way he's like, I can't stop doing it, and then he just does it again. I fucking love it, dude.
Good.
All right. That video is hilarious to me. I do want to say that I went on vacation last week. That's why we didn't do an episode. Went to Ocean
Well
City.
deserved.
Well, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say well deserved. It was a free trip, which I finagled. Ashley said that I bullied somebody into giving it to me, and that's not what happened. Okay, we were at my nephew's birthday party, and my brother's wife's parents' house, and they were like talking about how the father might need back surgery. And I'm real cool with the dad. Me and him got drunk together at my brother's wedding and stuff. He's a great guy. I'm more like him than I am like most 30-year-olds. So me and him have more in common. Anyway,
Sure.
he said that he's going to get back surgery. Then my brother and his wife start telling me how they're going to Ocean City, Maryland. And 2 weeks later, they're supposed to go to Ocean City, Maryland, the parents, but they might not be able to go now because
Back surgery.
dude, yeah, back surgery. So I was like, that's crazy. Like, can he get his money back? And they were like, no, he used his like credit card points for it. So he can't get it back. I was like, if you're looking for somebody, I'm your guy. I will take that trip, dude. I will pay.
Look at his back.
Yeah, I will not pay full price, but I'll take that trip. And literally the next day, I said it a couple of times, like jokingly. I was like, hey, if you can't go on that trip, let me know that. Like I really didn't mean anything by it. And it was Thursday to Sunday, and I was like, we can't get a babysitter for that anyway. I literally told my wife that on the way home. I was like, even if the world came together and we got this trip, we wouldn't be able to go because we can't get a babysitter for that many days. And then my brother called me the next day and was like, can you get a babysitter? I was like, give me an hour and I will get these fucking babies sat, dude.
Drop it off at the back guy's house.
Yeah.
He's home.
He's not doing anything. But yeah, dude, so we got a trip. I mean, it wasn't free, obviously. We had to pay for like food and all that shit. Spent way too much money on alcohol.
Yeah.
But
That's nice. That's a really good setup, man.
But while I was there, dude, I got into so when we were in Ocean City, you're on the beach. There's a kite world, like a kite shop, because all the ocean breeze, and it was the kite festival weekend.
Wow.
And on the last like 2 days, I wouldn't say I was bored. It's just Ashley loves going to the beach and reading, and I was just sitting there like, I would need something to do. So
I wish I had something to hold.
Pretty much, dude. I wish I had something to hold
She's
on
here. She's here, like ripping through like some fine literature. You're just like, oh yeah, it's getting breezy up there.
Dude, so I go and buy a kite for like 50
Spider-Man's
bucks.
flying.
I buy a Red Baron plane kite for like $50. Can't get it to fly, dude. I keep hitting her. She's reading her book. I keep hitting her with it because she was in the line of fire. So we give up on it. We go get some drinks. We come back. I'm like, I'm flying this fucking kite, dude. I get that bitch to fly. It's the best day of my life, dude. That thing's like 200 feet up in the air, and I'm like, babe, look. And she's like, I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but babe, look. And she's like, you're a fucking child. I was like, but look how fucking cool this is.
Dude, that is cool.
So then at night, we're walking, and I was like, I'm going to get another kite. Let's get a pocket kite, one that I can pocket.
Another kite?
Yeah, I bought 2 kites. Getting home, so excited to fly these kites in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, baby. Not a single bit of wind.
Oh.
There's no wind whatsoever. Thinking about joining a kite club. That'll be pretty cool.
Now, when you say you think, like, have you made it past that initial thought? Like, is there a .com? Is there a Facebook group? Or
There's
what do you do?
multiple Facebook groups. There's meetings, which is crazy because they meet up. I thought they'd meet up in like Philadelphia or something, like Pennsylvania Kite Club. No, they meet 20 minutes from my house once a month. I could do that.
People are all over the world.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. How many kites have you seen fly in your day?
Dude, I used to fly kites in my day. I've been in the newspaper for flying kites.
Nah, dude.
I swear to God, I don't know why we took like a little family trip to like a big field.
Yeah.
And we got kites for like $1. I didn't pay $50 for a Red Baron kite. I got like a Spider-Man, a Superman, a butterfly.
Right.
Like $1. They fly great. And I was joking around like, hey, what if the news shows up? Maybe it was a holiday, maybe it was like President's Day or something. I don't know. A guy from across the field comes walking out from the woods, not even from a town. And he was like, hey, what are you guys doing here? And I'm like, we're just flying kites. And he said, I'm with the Trib. Would you like to be in the newspaper? And he took a picture of me, made it. I went famous.
That could have
pops up on my Facebook every year.
That story could have went terribly wrong. A guy comes out of the woods and goes up to a child and is like, can I take a picture of you? And you're like, fuck yeah.
Dude, he had like a pad. He was like a journalist.
I don't know, dude. Sounds like he could have been a child rapist or something, dude.
He took a bunch of shirtless pics and took off.
Yeah, dude. He asked me to get into his van, and I did, and I was in the paper.
Oh man. No, it was good.
God
It was a good experience. And kites are cool, man. I like kites. I don't know that I do a club, but I like them on like a Sunday, random Sunday kite flying day.
Well, I got 2 now, so if you ever want to come over, dude, we can kite it up, dude. It'll be a good time. I also am gonna invest heavily into an RC airplane, just so when there's no wind, I have something else to hold on to and fly. You know what I mean?
That's really good. But dude, those scare me a little bit. Like I even feel like a helicopter, I can control general video game controls. I think airplane, you're getting into physics.
Yeah, dude.
You got to pilot that.
I'm still convinced to this day that airplanes are just magic, dude. There's no science behind how actual airplanes can fly. It's just magic.
Oh, you're gonna say magnets. I was like, I don't know, man. The ocean. What about the ocean?
The push and pull of Earth's gravity. God damn, dude. Anyway, you didn't go to the Renaissance Festival, right?
No, it was honestly we were like so hyped about it when we were talking about it, and then we were like, oh, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain on the day of the Renaissance. So it got out of our minds, like we're already not going.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be a pretty nice day, but we already decided we were done.
Yeah, that's always.
That's why, dude. That's why today I've been so bored because I don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
So you were like, you want to do something? Yeah, I'll do something right now. Like, you want to do something now or later? Now or later.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing shit.
When I said what time you want to do the podcast, and you said either in 20 minutes or 4 hours, I was like, that's a huge gap of time.
No, I put a dash. Yeah. I had it was good.
You got a 5-hour time block open.
Yeah, that was my range. I was open for you.
God damn. Well, dude, yeah, we were at the park. Couldn't fly kites at the park, unfortunately, but we were at the park. And then
Did you see someone flying an RC plane?
Then I had
Is that
to
why
make
you thought
this,
about the RC plane?
Yeah.
Did you now that got in your head?
Yeah, like I think it was last summer. We went to this park that's by my house that we always take the kids to, and we were at the park, and there's a huge baseball field, and there was just a little old man who got out of a car and just sat down a little remote control airplane and flew it around for the entirety of us being at the park. And I was just sitting there like a dad looking at it like, that's pretty cool. And my wife was like, why do you keep staring at this? I was like, I think I'm going to buy one of these. Forgot about it.
I think you got to.
But then the kite thing, I couldn't fly it. So I was like, I'll just buy one of those.
That's a really good, dude. And honestly, you might be able to tow one of the kites and get them kind of going. Like that might help.
That's a good idea, dude. I'm gonna have to
You
try
want to
this
put a
out.
GoPro on that thing. I want to see us aerial views. You could do like aerial tours.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm more hype about this than anything. I've been watching a bunch of plane videos on YouTube of like, famous accidents in planes and stuff. Some of them tragic, some of them, there's heroes behind the cockpit, but
Dude, could you imagine? Can you imagine a recreation? That could be your YouTube channel, recreating famous crashes with RC shit.
it's just me breaking planes every video.
Right. That's crazy.
By the way, what's crazy about this, I don't know if you know this, but I got super into model Gundams. Like this is a model Gundam. And at the same time, I got into model aircraft. So I've been building like model kits of like World War II aircrafts.
Yeah.
It was a long winter, okay? There was a lot. There was nothing going on, and my brain was just going. So I started building all this shit.
Yeah.
And what's crazy about it is I'm absolutely terrified of planes. Like, I will not get in a plane. If we have to go somewhere,
Ever?
I will drive. I drove to New York several times. I've driven to Florida. I drove to Chicago. Or not Chicago. I drove to Detroit. We flew to Chicago, and I cried when the plane took off. I literally
Just
was
pretend
like,
it's a car.
I was doing that, dude. And my wife was like, "Are you going to be okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine." I was just hysterically crying.
Because you're just like, this is a big magnet. I don't know how the magnet's going to
It's
work.
magic, dude. They just put it in the air. How? You're telling me some wind goes over top and some wind goes underneath, and that takes off. You know they hold like 15 tons of fuel, and that just goes
Probably.
because of the wind? No.
Well, how's that more crazy than a boat? Why do boats float? They're so heavy and made of metal.
How many times have I been on a ship, dude? I will never get on a ship. Dude, are you kidding me? The ocean is the most... Ashley always talks about
That's great.
she would rather go to the beach, like the real beach, instead of going up to Lake Erie. I believe Lake Erie is a real beach. One, I know that there's land on all sides. I know if I get lost somewhere, I'm swimming and I'm getting somewhere. When you go to the ocean, where the fuck does that
Goodbye.
go? And it goes so much further down. No,
Oh
thanks,
yeah,
dude.
it goes for infinity out and down.
And like there's shit in there we've never seen before. No, thank you, dude. I consider me out. I'm not a big fan.
That is scary.
Now,
I don't even. Do you ever see like videos? You get like the videos of there's a guy in the water and then like the camera kind of dips underwater. That makes me sweat.
I'm sweating, dude. I'm literally sweating right now thinking about like talking about this. It's insane. Yeah, it's terrifying. Now, I do like a boat, like a little boat on Lake Erie or a little boat on the river. That's fine.
You're like a little, yeah. You like a little lake atmosphere.
Yeah, dude. Now a ship or a yacht, no. A cruise ship, people get on actual cruise ships that take them around the ocean and different parts of the ocean, and they just like look around. They're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Who does that? That's insanity. I know what I want to do for a vacation. Let's go sit on a boat in the middle of the ocean. Why?
I don't think that, because I think you're thinking of like the Titanic. I don't know that people are doing that. I'm sure people are doing that.
No, the Concordia, dude.
Ship, yeah, but I don't think people. I think people are like, let's cruise around the Caribbean. Let's cruise around like
that's the ocean,
Norway.
baby. Get me out of
But
it.
they're not going to both. They're not crossing the.
There's a famous cruise ship. There's a guy that I watched the documentary on. He was on 2 different cruise ships, and both of them wrecked. One of them sank.
He's a terrorist.
And yeah, he's the only guy that was on both, and they both sank. I think we should investigate this guy. But dude, a cruise ship. There's a cruise ship that going around Italy, and the captain wanted to wave to his family on shore, so he tried to get close enough, and he ended up tipping the boat over on land. And what's even crazier is when you're the captain of a ship, you're supposed to be the last one off after all crew and all, personnel.
Right.
My man was the first one on a ship. He was like, it was like a hit and run. He got into a car accident and knew he fucked up. So he was like drunk. So he started running from the police.
He was like, my home's like over there.
Yeah, I'm just going to go home, actually. I'm fired anyway. So yeah, dude, it's crazy. I don't fuck with planes.
Boats are tough.
And ships, dude. No, thank you.
Boats can also make you sick. Like they're not healthy. Planes are fine, man.
Yeah.
Planes are just like a bus in the sky.
I am only supportive of things that I physically am allowed to control. So every time we've gone on a boat, I'm the one driving the boat. Every time we're in a car, I drive the car. I never sit passenger, dude, ever. If we're going anywhere, I'm driving the whole time. I missed the Arsenal game last Sunday. Last Sunday, Arsenal played Manchester City at 11:30. She was going to drive during the Arsenal game because we were already on the road. I ended up just doing a full media blackout, waiting till I got home to watch the game because I was like, you're not driving.
Did you get any spoilers, or was it a clean blackout?
At one point I asked her, I was like, just tell me what the score was, because I did a media blackout when they played Manchester United. They played Manchester United the first day of the season, and we were up in Erie on a boat with Yuri, and on the way home, I missed it, so I did a full media blackout. And that time, we scored in the 10th minute. We scored. I was like, that's great. The rest of the game, nothing happened, dude. So I watched I watched it knowing that it already happened, so the joy was already out of it. And then they scored in the first minute, and then nothing happens the rest of the game. So I asked her, I was like, just tell me the score, because I'm not going to do another one of those.
Right.
And she shrugged and was like, I don't know how you'll feel. And I was like, okay, it's a draw. I was like, was there goals? She said yes. I was like, perfect. I'll go watch the game. But if she would have said, like, it's a 0-0 draw, I'm not fucking watching that, dude.
No.
But, yeah. Anyway, dude, what have you been up to? Because that's all my life.
Yeah, you know what? I've just been living life, man. I've been oh my goodness.
Look at this guy.
Guest star.
Look at this guy. This is Forge,
Wow.
dude. All right, go
Dude,
away. Go away
that's
now. Go away.
that's a full dog.
Yeah, dude, he's
What is your animal setup right now?
What's up?
What's your animal situation?
Penelope
What
died.
pet?
Penelope died last year. I had to put her
That's
down.
terrible. I think I need.
My son loves to tell me Penelope died, and then I'm like, yeah, so let's all fucking cry about it again. Every time he brings it up, I feel like I'm gonna cry, and he does it all the time. Oh, Dad, Penelope died, and I'm like, God damn it, dude! I know, I was there. I held her in my arms while she died. Anyway, so then we got Cable, my dog Cable, and Cable.
Yeah, that makes more sense than Cable.
Well, Cable is so they're both named after X-Men characters. Come here, Cable.
I thought you were talking about like you got Xfinity or something. I was like, sweet.
No, come on, Cable. This is Cable, dude.
Very cool.
Yeah, dude. He's named Cable because he's white, and Cable, the X-Men characters, got the gray hair. And then Forge, you know, I don't want to get into racial stuff or anything, but Forge is you know what I'm trying to say, I think.
You almost said it yourself.
But yeah.
But that leads into your Peacemaker right there.
Yeah, dude. So that's two X-Men named dogs, and go away. And I love them and hate them both, so it's great.
That's awesome, man. I haven't been doing shit, man. I've just been hanging out. I've been neglecting some D&D duties that I'm on the hook for. But I don't know. I'm supposed to be leading some D&D content with possibly Wild West themes, some other stuff, and I just haven't put any time into it. And all my free time that I am going to put into it, I waste on other bullshit.
Word. I feel that, dude. Well, like I told you on the last one, I'll do D&D any day of the week. D&D would be a great time.
Man.
We've been talking about doing that for years.
It's a really good time. So it's scheduling is the hardest part, obviously.
Scheduling with everything is terrible. It's so bad.
It's a tough one.
I'm so fucking awful at it because it's like I'd rather just sit on my couch and do literally nothing than do something.
It does feel good. It does feel good until you like think about it and then you're like, this feels bad.
Yeah. Oh shit, I could be doing anything else.
It's like good till it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life's terrible that way.
Yeah, dude. If you put any thought into it, that's when it starts to hurt. You gotta just shut your brain off.
Get numb.
So social media is for, baby. Just scroll and scroll and scroll. And your brain, just goes.
Dude, we were talking about this before with like shutting off apps. How crazy is it? There's always something to like. There's always another scroll.
It's crazy.
You can't load in enough times. There's always another.
There's
scroll.
So much content in the world.
That's crazy.
And that's also why it's so hard to get found. Like, I've been making videos. I've been doing streams, making podcasts for fucking a decade. It's literally not changed my life one bit. Like, I'm still just me.
Right. Well, yeah, yeah, I think we just need to make like a bunch of money.
Dude, I'm telling you that
And
whenever I cut the clip of you saying you just want something to hold, when I cut that, that's gonna go off, dude. That's going places for sure.
dude, that's gonna pay for the next kite at least.
Dude, at least one kite. All right, dude. What do you want to talk about first, Peacemaker or the Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
I think I have more to say about the Leo movie. Um, it's more fresh in your mind, but you tell me. I have more movie thoughts than TV thoughts,
All right,
just in
well,
general,
let's run
in my head right
let's run Peacemaker real quick. I just saw that last night,
now.
or the night before. And then yeah, I saw the Leo movie this morning. Saw Big Bold Beautiful Journey on Thursday, dude. I'll tell you my thoughts and opinions on both later. Peacemaker though, what an episode, dude. Did you see any of that coming?
I, I did, and maybe I saw some stuff online, but I did see it myself that I knew there was no black people around. Like I did notice that.
I had no clue.
Yeah, it definitely because it was more of like a 1950s, just everybody was happy and like it just felt like a Happy Days type of vibes.
I don't know if it's because I deleted Twitter a couple weeks ago or if I'm just I don't know, dude. I had no idea. Like I'm watching it and no point am I looking at the background characters. Like I'm solely
Right.
focused on like either Rick Flag or Peacemaker or Amelia. Like I'm never looking at the background characters. I think that my brain also switched off to like anything like that because I was like, oh, well, his dad, like they're the trio, they're all good guys. So his dad's not a racist in this world. Because I was like,
Because
they're
he doesn't even need to be.
right, because they got rid of everybody. And like, so my brain completely just shut off to all of that. And whenever it was happening, and she was like, I'm gonna go for a walk, I was like, that's a weird thing to do. Why is she gonna go for a walk? And then when the first person like is like, oh my God, I was like, what's happening? Dude, I swear to God, I was like
No,
the dumbest person in the world in this moment.
no, I knew that was happening, but the reveal for me, I mean, it was still awesome. The
Yeah.
the big reveal for me was I was like, oh, this is a universe where like the Civil War happened, but the Confederacy won. Like that, and I was like, oh, cool. And then they tear up in the American flag, and it has a huge Nazi swastika on it.
See, the Nazi swastika kind of shocked me too. I thought that it was going to show like the 13 colonies, like
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what I
That's what.
thought.
Yeah. I
Yeah, yeah,
thought,
yeah. But
but I thought it was more of like a Civil War, old America thing than a like Germany thing.
I will. So, for everybody that has roasted my last post on Peacemaker that's watching this, I'm not fucking dumb. I just was so invested in Peacemaker that I forgot. I didn't look at the background characters. One and two, I deleted Twitter. So fuck everybody calling me
I
stupid on the internet, dude. Um,
I will say that I may have been tipped off that there were no black people. I don't know that I noticed it naturally, but I definitely did know that there's some kind of energy in that universe.
See, my wife, every time I'm like, do you want to watch Peacemaker tonight or you want to save it for tomorrow? She always goes, he makes me so anxious. He makes me so nervous that I don't know if I want to watch it. And I'm like, why? And she's like, because his decisions. I was like, I like his decision. He's not getting what he wants in this world. Everybody hates him, so he's going to this other world. So I'm like, I think that I'm so invested in him as a character that I'm like, just as oblivious as he is, because I'm like, do the right thing, go to the right world where people
That's
love
true.
you and stuff. So I don't know if I'm chalking that up to my own stupidity or James Gunn's writing, but either way, I love it, dude. I think it's great.
It was it was now here's something we did not see Judo Master at all,
Yeah.
right? Do you think he made it into the universe, or do you think he's like doing something with the xenomorph guy, or
Oh, dude. Well,
like what's he doing?
first of all, I absolutely hate that character. He needs to
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
he needs to chew with his
He's a
mouth
bad. Like he's
closed.
a good bad guy.
He needs to chew with
Okay.
his mouth closed and put the Cheeto. I understand the Cheetos is funny. The way he chews, dude, it drives me insane. I can't stand it. But that's a good point, dude. I wonder if he accidentally went to like a different door and is like,
There's tons. There's other doors, right?
right. Or I mean, there's only white people in this world, so maybe he got picked up. So wherever
He
ads
could be
is
down
about
there. He could.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, wherever ads is gonna go,
Damn.
and then Chris is gonna have to save Judo Master, which would be crazy
Dude,
because
that's kind of wild.
they are kind of every time that we see Judo Master and them, it's like a clash, but also like it's kind of they're just both being dicks to each other. It's not. It doesn't seem like he has any malice towards these people. It's just a job. So who knows?
Yeah, he's definitely just doing like
Yeah,
he's a hired hand. But it's
sure.
it was really good. What's wasn't there somebody else? Oh, who's Adrian? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Vengeance. What's his name?
Vigilante.
Vigilante. I like him in both universes. He's basically the same exact version of himself.
I do wonder,
but he's not friends with Peacemaker.
I wonder how that's gonna go. If he's gonna have to kill, like if our version of him is gonna have to kill this terrible world's version because this terrible guy is trying to kill Peacemaker. So he's like, I got to take out this vigilante.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna end up with 2 vigilantes, possibly in our universe.
That would be crazy. That would be insane.
I think they might all come back, and Vigilante might just come back.
I do love
Vigilante 2.
When they go into his room, like initially when they get into his room, it's just a bunch of money and cocaine and heroin and fentanyl and stuff. Like that's hilarious.
Dude, that was awesome.
Also ads.
Tons of money. Tons.
Dude, ads has the biggest glow up I've ever seen from season 1 to season 2.
I'm happy that she was in Orange is the New Black, which is the first time, maybe the only other thing I've ever seen her in, and she did great. So I'm happy she's still like a star.
Yeah, I haven't seen her anything other than this, but she is the voice of the one character in Bad Guys 2, which I saw in theaters. And yeah, dude, first of all, she lost a ton of weight, so good for her. Second of all, she's like, I told my wife this. I was like, is it weird that I think she's the cutest person, like the cutest chick in this entire show? And my wife was like,
you don't have a ton of choice.
She was like, what about Amelia? And I was like, I think she's cuter than Amelia because she's just bubblier and like happier as a person, it seems. I don't know, dude. She's got like just like this happy joy about her as a character. So I think that us taking this turn where she's now being like hunted down by a bunch of people, there's gonna be so much heartstring pulling in this next episode for sure.
Well, what's weird is I actually forgot about it until just now. I was thinking, oh, her mom is still probably a big deal because her mom's like in charge of stuff in our universe, right. But obviously not because she's doesn't have that job.
Yeah.
So I kind of tricked myself a little. I was like, she'll be fine because the mom will just like get her out of jail. Yeah. But no, the mom's probably waiting there.
Yeah, but no, dude, I'm excited to see what happens. I could watch if they released 20 episodes, I could watch this every single week. No problem. It's that good. And again, James Gunn's crushing it. The one thing I didn't mention in my post that I made the other day was Lex Luthor showed up. And it completely went, I don't think it went under the radar, but I think it was so insignificant as a cameo. Like, Nicholas Hoult is great, and I think he's a great Lex, but it's not that it didn't make sense. I was just hoping that there was a different person. I thought Idris Elba was going to show up. And that got hyped.
I did think it was going to be Lex, but I agree that it was too small, and I think they could have added some, like, Superman connection because it's streaming, it's out, people can watch it, like it's on the same service that you're watching this on. I think they should have put some little, like, you guys remember when Metropolis did some stuff? I guess maybe they sprinkled some Metropolis in. They talk
about it, but it's not anything big.
I think they could have. I think you're right that it kind of felt like it was supposed to be a bigger moment, and it didn't feel like a big.
Yeah, dude. I hope that David Cornsweet shows up, but I more than anything, I want a connection to the Suicide Squad movie, whether that's King Shark, whether it's the Squirrel Girl or whatever her name was, or the Rat Girl, Ratcatcher, that's it, or if it's preferably Idris Elba or Margot Robbie. Like, I need somebody from that movie that he already knows to show up and kind of be like a arm around the shoulder to him. But I don't know if that'll ever happen because obviously he killed Rick Flag, so everybody hates him. But I don't know, dude. It's a good show. It's a great show. I love what James Gunn's doing with it. So hopefully I started episode 1 of Creature Commanders or Commandos just to see what it was. I probably won't watch that anymore, but it was I'm deeply invested into his universe. I like it. Yeah, dude, it's the perfect counterbalance to whatever the fuck Marvel is doing. Fantastic Four came out on DVD. You gonna watch it again or no?
No, I did think about how the Fantastic Four will work into future Marvel stuff more, but
good. I bet it's not good.
No, I probably won't watch it again. I
think I'm going to watch the Fantastic Four with Miles Teller and then watch that one and then like kind of do a versus because I think that they're both that bad. I think they're both.
And then are you going to watch the other one? Will you watch the first?
Oh, I watch
just Fantastic Four?
I watch the first two every year. I love those movies. Those movies are rip. Chris Evans is the perfect Johnny Storm.
It's gonna be hard to stack. Oh man, then you can watch Deadpool and Wolverine and really complete a whole arc.
Shit, I forgot about that, dude. I honestly didn't really like that movie, if I'm being honest. It's not that I hated it; it was just too much of like the same bullshit with Deadpool.
Yeah, I would watch. I haven't watched it since, but I can imagine myself watching it again just to see stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a good movie. It just had a lot of stuff to look at.
It'll be one of those movies I just throw on if like.
Yeah.
There's
totally, but I feel and I really like the other Deadpools, and I had liked them more in the past probably than I do now. But those are also background movies to me. Like I can put on Deadpool and not watch it at all.
Yeah, I throw it on the background, play some Pokemon on my DS is probably what I was gonna do. Yeah, dude. All right, let's talk one war after another, or whatever the fuck this movie's title is.
One battle after another.
Whatever, dude. Everybody keeps just calling it the Leo movie, so that's
really true.
I forgot the title of it until the end of the movie, and I was like, oh, that's right. I'm gonna let you tell me your opinion on it first.
Okay, that I will tell you that I really do like it. I don't know that I like it more now than I did yesterday when I watched it. So whatever your feelings are, I wonder if they will even lessen than that. But I'm still probably giving this like an 8.9 out of 10. I really liked it. I liked the acting. I liked the directing, and I thought it was pretty good. I like the music. I
think the music is my favorite part of the whole thing. The like weird jazzy piano, almost like La La Land-esque background music was so good for building tension, making it like you knew when it was going to be funny because of how it was like and then you knew when it was going to
he would like fall into little things and stuff.
I think that Leo was great. I do not think he's going to get nominated for an Oscar, which is a shame because if that fucking Macaulay Culkin guy's brother can get a Academy Award for one of the worst movies and worst performances I've ever seen in my life in A Real Pain.
I did not watch it.
Dude, it's one of the worst things you ever see. And Kieran McCulkin's performance in it was mediocre at best, and he won a fucking Oscar. Okay. So I think that Leo won't get nominated, but I think he was really good in it. I think it was not one of my favorite performances, but it's one of the better ones. It's up there with like Wolf of Wall Street and those guys, which he should have won an Oscar for Wolf of Wall Street, but I digress. Sure. I think that his daughter, the actress as his daughter, is great. I was with her the whole time. I wanted the best for her. I think Sean Penn was great as a villain and as somebody that like you weren't sure if you should be like feeling bad for or not. Like I like how they kind of mix it together. And then by the end, you're like, okay, this guy's a fucking asshole, so I hope he dies. I like the Christmas stuff. I thought that was creepy and weird.
I loved any secret society stuff.
Yeah,
immediately gets bonus point for me.
Yeah. So
good guys and bad guys.
Yeah, dude, I thought that stuff was really good. Gabrielle Union was in this movie, right?
Tiana Taylor?
Is that who? I thought it was. I know her from Scary Movie.
I don't think you know anything about that.
What's her? What is that lady's name?
No, it's not Gabrielle Union. There is a girl from Scary Movie.
What's her name?
She was the second place girl. She wasn't the main girl.
Yeah. Scary Movie.
I
gotta look it up.
You're correct. There is a Scary Movie connection in there.
Regina Hall. Okay. Gabrielle Union's married to Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. All right. Well, either way, she was great. I thought. There's a moment where like Sean Penn is like interrogating her and she's like crying. I thought that was great acting. Benicio del Toro was probably my favorite character in the whole movie.
Benicio crushed it. Felt a lot like Fear and Loathing Las Vegas with Johnny Depp. Like him just being crazy in a car, flying down there, like doing weird stuff. It was awesome.
I watched The Phoenician Scheme not too long ago. And I feel like so much of that performance carried over too, where it's like very Wes Anderson, the way he gives the thumbs up and goes down. Like it was very quirky. It was fun. I liked it. I like that he always had a Modelo in his hand and he was constantly handing out beers. I love it. Now, as for the storyline as a whole, I like I like the undertones. I like what the film was trying to do with like kind of ice stuff and, you know,
Sure.
having this like French 76 breaking people out and saving lives. What I don't like about the entire story is how, and spoilers for this movie, the mom, Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend, you think is like this big revolutionary who's doing all of this stuff for freedom and help people out, but really she's doing it for the thrills. She's doing it for the joy of being able to hurt people and do bad things. She gets off on it, which they allude to multiple times in the movie. Just like whenever she's trying to fuck him whenever the bomb's going off. The way she says that, like, this pussy's not for fun. This pussy's for war. The guns and stuff is for fun. Like, they allude to it being a revolution for everybody except her. Then she goes off and cheats on Leonardo DiCaprio's character, has a baby with the bad guy who she's trying to take down, right? Fucks this guy willingly, by the way. She's not raped or anything. She just willingly fucks this guy.
Right.
Then she decides she's going to just leave Leo and the kid to go back to the thing so she can get the thrills. Then she kills a person, gets arrested, rats out her whole team, breaks free, goes to Mexico, and the movie ends with her daughter looking up to her, wanting to be like her. That in itself ruined the entire movie for me. The fact that they made this terrible person like the hero at the end almost, I was like, why the fuck is that the ending of this movie? I hated it. If at the end,
I don't know, but no, go ahead.
When at the end of the movie, when Leonardo DiCaprio hands her the envelope and says, "This is a note from your mother," because Leo doesn't know that it's not his kid, but he's still doing the thing, which, by the way, is like one of my worst nightmares. If I were to ever find out one of my kids wasn't my kid, I'd probably end it, dude. I'd be out of here, dude. I'd go to Mexico for sure. But the Mexico I'm talking about is death. And I think that if he would have handed her the note and she would have just went into the other room and like burned it or something, that's what I thought was going to happen. Because she's like saying, forget about that. All that stuff in my past life or whatever I actually am, like, you're my father and I love you. But instead she reads the note and is like, my mom's a fucking hero. And then like runs off to Washington to have a revolution.
Yeah, she's a revolutionary too, man.
But she's not.
Why does she have to be tamed by your expectations?
No, she can be if she was doing it for like her father. Like if she was doing it to be like her dad.
Oh, she's not doing it for anybody but herself. Why is that a problem for you, white man? Just being your counterpoint. But I disagree. I don't think that the lesson is she needed to do something for her real father, her father serving as her dad, or her mom who left her.
Yeah.
I think she's got to figure out what she likes to do, and what she likes to do is fuck shit up in the streets.
Well, and what I would say to counter my own point would be like, during all of her trials and tribulations with like Sean Penn and, you know, meeting Regina Hall's character and like getting to the point where she's getting out on her own and she's like holding the gun to Leo and she's like, say the fucking 3 words or I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Her being a revolutionary after that makes a lot of sense. But again, and I guess technically she was a revolutionary before she read the note from her mom. Like she already had the stuff lined up. She was already listening to the radio. So that stuff's all fine. But again, just the way that they make her mom seem like the fucking hero at the end, whenever it ends, Leo still doesn't know that that's not his kid. Like that's fucked up. Nobody's going to tell this poor guy. He's just getting high and drunk all the time, falling off of buildings and shit. And then the fact that he's like, yeah, here's this, your mom is a hero. Like they're all fooled by this idea, but throughout the entire beginning of the movie, it made us seem like we should hate this woman. At least I thought so.
No, I agree. I think it's a complicated situation. I don't think that that's like, I think that the mess is part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but go ahead.
So my thought, and not speaking on the storyline of it for a second, the things that I liked about it, and a couple of things I didn't like about it, it did feel like it was directed, like you said, it had a Wes Anderson, like the character kind of had a Wes Anderson thing. I think when you see a Wes Anderson movie, you know absolutely, hey, this is a Wes Anderson movie from like one still image. And I think this movie had a lot of the same, even if not recognizable, even to me, as like this is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. It did feel the whole movie had some direction to it, like the whole time. There was a lot of like the same people had the same kind of head on, like just their full. Leo's face covered 70% of the screen, 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Which I think gave him like a good performance, and I think it stood out how much better Leo was at, hey, the camera's going to be just on my face and I'm going to deliver an awesome scene,
Yeah.
compared to like Tiana Taylor doing that. Or Sean Penn, I guess, is a pretty good actor, but his character was so weird and like freaky that it was kind of, I didn't like
Yeah.
looking at him that much.
I fucking hated looking. I think that he did a great job with what he was given, but I
Yeah.
fucking hate that character, dude. That character sucks
Yeah,
shit.
but I loved the like I said, the Christmas Society, the
Yeah.
like Hail Saint Nick. I thought that was awesome because it sounded like Satan and like
Yeah.
it was all weird. And
Yeah.
I love that. I love all the password things that they made him do. I thought that was hilarious. But I really did like it. The one thing that I don't like about it, that I've been giving so many movies props for in the last like month that I've been seeing movies, is I felt like we got out of the 3 hour movie range, and we're kind of, 2 hours is a long movie now.
Yeah.
A lot of movies are an hour and a half now. Sitting there for 2 hours and 45 minutes plus trailers plus other stuff. It's a long movie.
Dude, I was
It's a
out of my
long
house
experience.
for 5 hours today because of this movie. Like, that's too long.
It's a long movie.
Like,
That's too long. And I think in the first half, did you see the trailer before this came out? Like, you knew what this movie was kind of a little bit about.
I had no idea. I knew
But
I saw the clip of Leo like yelling into a phone, being like, "I don't know the password." I saw a clip of him and Benicio del Toro, but that was really it. I try and go into movies
Yeah.
blind.
I do the same, and I go to movies even late, so I don't even see them in theaters often.
Yeah.
But I did see this in theater. It was the only time I saw the trailer, and I knew the whole first third of the movie. The whole first third of them, like, hey, we're revolutionaries doing stuff with the mom, and she's going to escape, and she's going to end up leaving them and something else and whatever. I knew all that, so it felt like a big drag, like getting through this whole first part of the movie with the mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, move on. Let me see what Leo's got going on with his daughter.
I feel the same way. First of all, the movie dragged for a long time. Like 2 hours and 45 minutes or whatever is too long for this specific movie. Again, I like what they were doing with the movie. I think that everything was great. The way everything was laid out, the fact that they were revolutionizing, and I like how Benicio del Toro's character was like also doing it, but he was secretly doing it.
He had his own thing, yeah.
And like he was helping out family members, he was helping out just locals. I like that, like that whole Braxton or whatever it's called, they were like it was all immigrants, that it was like a safe haven.
It's like an underground railroad of like,
yeah. I loved all that shit. That stuff was great. The beginning parts where Leo's like, ghetto Pat or whatever, that shit was cool. But again, it's just they played too much into the mother being a shitty person, and having me be like, oh, I'm definitely not in her corner. I'm also not in Sean Penn's corner, obviously, because fuck that guy. But like,
sure.
Then it ends with like the bad guy dying and then the other bad guy being the hero, kind of, where it's like Leo's story almost didn't even matter. He was doing everything he could to go get his daughter back. And then like nothing happens with his character. He just like finds his daughter. His daughter did all the hard work. Like his daughter did all of the work. And he just kind of shows up and then here's a note. And then he's just a guy smoking weed again.
Right.
Which I do like, in the sense of like, not every character needs this big heroic moment. It's nice that there is a character that's just kind of there. But to have a huge actor be that guy is crazy.
I think also Leo's character is like a supporter. Like, the wife was, I'm the revolutionary going to do crazy wild stuff. Like, you can't have two of those. Like, Leo needed to be the mom,
right?
Kind of in that scenario. And it's like the same with his daughter. Like, I'll be at home. Like, I'll have dinner ready. Like,
right.
He is like kind of the support, like, low level guy.
Yeah, and I
mean,
him
smoking weed and shit, that might just be what he does.
He didn't even kill a person.
The only reason he was doing stuff was because he was following the lady.
Yeah, he's just trying to get his.
She was doing wild.
He was trying to get his daughter, or he was trying to get his DW. Do you know what I mean?
Also, how about this? I didn't understand this too. I mean, I guess because they were considering themselves like the good guys when they were robbing the bank. It's all good. I'm cool. I'm gonna rob a bank. Don't bother me. They killed that guy and then freaked out. I mean, if we're coming in here armed to the teeth, we got to expect sometimes you might have to kill somebody.
Right. I think though, the revolutionaries, like the French 76, they were, because they didn't kill anybody the whole movie. Like nobody was killed. So
That's what I'm saying. I'm just,
well, and I think at one point I might be wrong
if you're putting
about
bullets
this.
in, if you're putting bullets in the gun,
Yeah. I mean,
then you gotta kind of know.
and you're revolutionizing some shit. You got to figure, at one point that might happen. But I think too, it's the fact that like, I don't know, the fact that it was the mom that did it, the fact that like she shot him twice, and I think that they were just
she
like,
might have been acting a little.
Yeah,
she
because
was kind of acting a little wild.
She came back, like I said, she came back for the thrills. It seemed like, and they alluded to that she was only doing it for the thrills, whereas like everybody else was doing it probably a little bit for the thrills, but mostly because they were just trying to do the right thing. Like the guy with the glasses who's doing the radio show that got taken. That part was great.
Yeah.
I like that the kids rolled up and were like saying the shit. That's all cool. But he seemed like he was just doing it to be a good guy. Like he was the one that set up the safe.
He was a good guy. Yeah, he was definitely a good guy.
Right. Whereas like, some of the people like Jungle Pussy and fucking, whoever the main chick's name was.
I could not remember her name. Something Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it's something.
Persephone Beverly Hills.
Persephone, dude. Persephone Beverly
Something
Hills,
like
I
that.
think. Yeah. I don't know. It was a good movie. I did enjoy it. Like at no point in the movie was I like, ugh, this is boring as fuck or anything. Like the whole time I was engaged, the whole time I wanted the best for Leo and his daughter. I wanted the worst thing to happen to Sean Penn. When he got shot in the face, honestly, I was kind of like, damn. And then he wrecked the car. I was like, that's kind of a fucked up ending. And then he like comes back and his face is all fucked up. And I was like, what are we doing? He's already dead.
I definitely thought he was going to come back to life with Leo, like, and have Leo was going to kill him.
Yeah.
So I definitely knew he wasn't dead, but I didn't think that he was going to come back and have whatever comeback he had.
Yeah, it was a weird, again, drawn out. Cut that out. He's dead there because it did literally nothing for the rest of the story, other than like.
Well, and okay, how about the Christmas guy that killed him? It was his job. I guess he's gone too. Hey man, a lot of people got crossed out here.
Yeah, Willa.
Because he was supposed to kill him. They're like, make it clean like I can eat off the floor, and he didn't, obviously.
Well, yeah, and I think like the fact that he came back, that was an extra 10 minutes that we could have gotten rid of. The only reason that I could think that was left in there is because like he's the bad guy. You think that he's gonna get what he wants, and then they know that he's a piece of shit. But it's like they're pieces of shit too. Like they're white supremacists. So
right.
like,
no, but I do like that they were. I liked the sneakiness. As soon as the guy wouldn't like go in the room, I was like, this.
Oh yeah, as soon as he closed the door, I thought though that Persephone, Beverly Hills or whatever, was gonna show up, and I was like, okay, this could be, and that was gonna be like her redemption or whatever. That didn't happen. Another thing that also didn't make any sense at all was Sean Penn's character gives Willa to that Comanche leader guy, and he takes her to this place to drop her off so that these guys can kill her and get rid of the body because he doesn't want to kill kids. He's about to leave, and then he just decides, you know what? I'm going to go kill all these people and release this chick. Why? You kill people for a fucking living. Like, why did you decide out of nowhere that you have goodness in your heart?
He could have. I think he should have made that decision probably before he drove her there. Like, just drive her somewhere else.
It was just like I don't know how true this is or how much of this I actually believe, but in a lot of movies, there's an ending battle scene. So in the movie, one of my favorite movies by my favorite director, Marty McDonagh, is called Seven Psychopaths. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but at the end, Sam Rockwell's character is like, there's always going to be a gunfight. You got to have a gunfight. And he like takes a gun, takes the dog, takes a flare gun, shoots it in the air. And he's like inviting people because he's like, we got to have a gunfight. Yeah. There's got to be one. That's the only reason I can think that they had that scene is for a little bit of a gunfight. Because it would have made sense if they cut out all of that, just had Sean Penn driving her, and then that guy shows up to kill him from the Christmas Society or whatever. And then Leo shows up and they both kill that guy. Like that would have made sense. It would also made the movie fucking 30 minutes shorter. So like,
that's true.
So, and you get the same outcome. So I believe that Paul Thomas Anderson did all of this for like the art, not for actual, storytelling, but to make it more artsy.
I agree that's. I think he makes those choices a lot in a lot of movies, and I think that's. And if I see a movie that's going to be 3 hours long, and I just round up to 3 hours, I'm expecting more art than
bullshit.
I needed.
Some bullshit that doesn't need.
You got to be able to tell me a 2 hour movie. 2 hours, you can tell me a story. Tell me a story in 2 hours.
They've been doing it for fucking 50 years. Like
right.
an hour and a half is enough, dude. Lake Placid is only an hour and 20 minutes. That's a great movie, dude. Crocodile eats people. Right. Old lady feeds crocodile. Crocodile tries to kill people. That's the movie, dude. It's a great. I just told you it in 30 seconds, dude. Like,
right. And I still want to see it.
Dude, I'm fine with a 3 hour movie, especially if it's something that's like, so I'm probably gonna get some shit for this. I'm gonna post this clip anyway, cause I'm gonna say it and I believe it. And I don't say shit that I don't believe. Zack Snyder makes art. He makes great movies as well. His movies are 3+ hours long. And I'm cool with that because it's entertainment and it's art at the same time. Like no frame of his.
Which one is art? You're saying it looks pretty.
Yeah, I'm saying like it looks beautiful. Every scene is beautiful. And it's also entertainment.
I think I can see what you're saying. Like the cinematography is thought about. Like he is thinking about what's going to the scene. I don't know that he's making Batman and Superman art.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. He's making entertainment. It's good. Batman v Superman. There's battles. There's fights. But every frame is so thought of. Every bit of lighting and cinematography is so perfect that it looks like a painting almost. Like if you watch Batman v Superman again, dude, it's a fucking painting. Like it's.
You can take Okay.
Wes Anderson, same thing. Wes Anderson, every single frame is so thought out. Everything's so centered and perfect. You just know. I don't know that those things need to be 3 hours long. Like a Wes Anderson movie, hour and a half, 2 hours, 10 minutes, fine. As soon as you start getting into like 2:45, 3 hours, unless it's also entertainment, like Zack Snyder's movies, is kind of what I'm saying. But
I completely agree.
What I also have to admit to is I've never seen a Paul Thomas Anderson movie until today.
I got to look at the list because I do this every time I say his name.
Licorice Pizza.
There's Boogie Nights. Licorice Pizza I didn't see.
There Will Be Blood.
What else? Oh, I fake saw that a lot.
I didn't see that once. I know the I Drink Your Milkshake, and I know When Paul Dano Dies. That's it. I don't even know what that movie's about.
Oil Barons.
Daniel Day-Lewis is in it as Abraham Lincoln, I think, and that's all I know.
But no, I don't. I for the same
Master,
reason don't. Oh, people like that too. I think I lied about that at the video store.
I own it. I've never seen it. Yeah,
I don't know
seen one of his movies until today.
I just know he makes movies that look old, and this movie had like film grain. I don't know if it was filmed on film, if that's like one of the things that's he's for, but it definitely had like a fuzz vibe to it.
Which I
saw it in IMAX. Yeah, it did. There were moments where I was just looking at like color just to look at it, and I'm like, oh, look at the way like Leo's like splotchy skin like fuzzes with this like graininess, and I thought that was cool.
I do. Yeah, I love like a Quentin Tarantino movie. I love when they do actual film. But yeah, dude, it was a good movie. I don't want it to seem like I'm talking shit on the movie. I just can't stand movies that end the way that this one did, where like there was no bookend to it. She's a shitty person. She's a good person. That's not the same. That's two different bookends, baby. Which one is it? Pick one. Figure it the fuck out. But like I said, dude, I think Leo was great. Benicio del Toro is spectacular. He's steadily becoming one of my top 5 actors of all time. He's great. Like I would love to watch.
He's absolutely.
I think I'm going to go through and watch a bunch more of his movies because he's great. Now, I saw A Big Beautiful Journey, and I saw this movie within 3 days. I'll never watch either of them again. I'll never watch either of those movies again.
I did not hear good things about Big Bold Beautiful Journey. Whew. It has the same problem as One Battle After Another. Let's get the titles down. Let's get the runtimes down.
Yeah, dude, the title thing is like, what are we doing? Just call it A Beautiful Journey. Why has it got to be a big, bold, beautiful journey just because they say it? Why has it got to be one war after another just because they say it, dude?
Let's call it battle after battle. Let's
Yeah,
call it,
dude,
let's
something
shorten it up.
shorten it and make it less of a fucking. I don't want to say too many words, A
Right.
big, bold, beautiful journey though. Too many words. I did enjoy. I only saw it because Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie. That's all I knew about it. I knew it was a romantic story. I'm all in on romantic comedies and stuff. It was more of a movie about two broken people who can't accept love because they think that they're too bad of a person, going on this journey together through their traumas, through each door, which is a different trauma for them, to figure out where their traumas stem from and to show each other their true selves. And I did like it. I think that's a really good concept. I think Colin Farrell was class in it. Margot Robbie was great. I did cry once. There was a moment with Colin Farrell and his dad, and he's like a baby technically, and he's like talking to his dad who just had a kid. And like you find out that this scene is the reason that he was called special his whole life, which is why he feels like his life is bullshit because he didn't amount to anything. It's a good movie. It hits on a lot of good stuff. I'll never watch it again, but I did enjoy it. I saw it. There was only 2 other people in the movie theater, and they were both over the age of 80, and they were both little old people. And I was like, am I in the wrong fucking theater? Like, what movie am I seeing? All of the trailers, all of the trailers were like old people movies, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Is this going to be a bad movie? But it was fine.
They were probably going to hook up in there, and you fucked with it.
I did. I ruined
You're
it,
like,
dude.
we got the theater to ourselves.
Showed up at the last minute. But yeah, dude, again, I'm not going to watch either of these movies.
What would you consider? Do you have an art versus film versus cinema versus was that an arty trying to be arty? Was that just a story not delivered great?
It was hardcore trying to be artsy. So there's
I think that's what I thought.
You ever see like at an art show, there'll be a guy with like glasses, a black like turtleneck, and then slacks and no shoes, and there's just a big spotlight in a dark room.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That was in this movie multiple times. Like literally both of them are in a painting, and that's what the room is like. And a lot of like the philosophical things that they hit on were like trying to be artsy, but I think they got lost between art and like romantic comedy because of that stuff, which I enjoyed, but like the average moviegoer is not going to be like, oh, this is great. I understand philosophical. Most people are going to be like, what the fuck is this about? And
having not seen it, did you see Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I did not.
One like best picture a while ago. I having what you're saying and having my own like thoughts about what that movie was, I think it's a worse version of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think if you watch that, you would get similar vibes, but have a more enjoyable movie watch.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Jamie Lee Curtis is in that too, right?
She won Best Supporting. There's a lot of the Best Supporting for the dude.
Won a ton.
Yeah, the actor. I can't think of I can't think of his name, but he has like a wild name.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Last thing I guess we could talk about, because we're almost at an hour here. The Emmys just happened, and I started watching The Studio on.
I love The Studio.
Oh, you seen it? I think I got two more.
The Studio.
I got 2 more episodes. I think I've laughed once the entirety of it, but I think it's really good.
The ending episodes are funnier than the early episodes, but I do like it throughout as well.
I think that the amount of like chaos going on, the way that it's filmed so that it's chaotic and so you feel anxious, the way that Seth Rogen's character's a fucking moron, but he's trying to do the art thing, but he's got to do the other thing.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to mix the two, like Big Bold Beautiful Journey tried. Like I do enjoy the show. Now Sal, the other executive, the 2 times I laughed were both at him.
Sure.
There's a time.
Sal's great.
There's a time with the Olivia Wilde episode, which I think was crazy that she agreed to do that, because like everybody hates her, I feel like, in Hollywood, because was a terrible director, and then she's like in this show as a terrible director.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like self-reflecting movie stuff going on.
And then so I laughed whenever he got hit by a car in that episode, because I was not expecting that. And then the other time I laughed is whenever they're doing the Ice Cube as Kool-Aid and they don't know if it's going to be racially insensitive or not. And they go, the two people they're consulting with about it, they go, and what's Mrs. Kool-Aid? And he's like, Asian-ish, maybe Filipino. And they're like, what the fuck, dude? But the way he like does it, he like isn't sure what she is. That was fucking hilarious too.
That was good.
But yeah, I do like the show a lot. I like the episode that I enjoyed the most, I think, was the episode where he goes, what are you doing? Is the episode where he goes to that gala with the girlfriend who's a doctor.
That's a good one.
And he outbids all of them just to be a dick. I love it, dude. I think it's great.
Yeah, he is good. I think my favorite episode is the oneer. They keep trying to get the one shot over and over again. He keeps walking in and all this bullshit.
At one point, I literally was like, how can he be this fucking stupid and annoying? Which is what they
want.
want.
I kind of like that feeling. Yeah, I like that feeling.
They want you. That's why it's filmed the way it is. But what I also appreciate about that is it was a one-shot episode.
Right. It was. I loved it.
It's a one-shot episode about getting the perfect one shot. I loved it.
The one episode, they're like being like detectives. They're like film noir detectives, and it's shot like a film noir, like rainy set. It was great.
Yeah, dude, that's the Olivia Wilde episode. And Zac Efron, I love that they have like a guest on each one. The story with Ron Howard and him is great. Like, it's a good show. I'm excited to finish it. I'm excited to see what they do, if they make more of this or not. It won a ton of Emmys, which I think rightfully so, because this is like genuine. Again, this is art as entertainment.
They are. Yeah, he's trying. He does care. I think Seth does care about trying to make it good.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Ted Lasso season 3 is coming back, so we got Apple TV because I fucking love Ted Lasso. So
love Ted. Ted makes me cry at pretty much the whole time. Like, it makes me cry thinking about what I'm gonna see later.
Dude, the beard in his relationship is so good. Whenever his wife leaves, episode like 3, when his wife leaves and Beard just shows up with a fucking beer and they sit down, love it. Everything with Roy Kent, like saving him from stepping out into the street in season 1. It's all, dude. It's my favorite show of all time. It's one of the best shows ever.
Yes, very easily could be.
Every single day, I always go, we talk about practice, Jamie, and you can't do it. I say that all the time, dude. Just constantly yelling at my kid like that. We're talking about practice. And he's always like, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, whatever, dude. You'll figure it out.
That's why he hits you with the dog dying stuff. He's like, leave me alone, guy.
Leave me alone. Your dog died. And I'm just like, fuck. All right, do you want to talk about anything else before we bounce off here?
The only other one from the Emmys that I will say I will be watching once I get through some other shows. I'm watching some HBO stuff. Task is really good on HBO. Adolescence is on Netflix, maybe. I love the actors in it. The young kid won at the Emmys, and he gave a great speech. So I'm going to check that out for sure. The one actor, I can't remember his name. He played Al Capone in
The Irishman, right?
Maybe. No. No. It was in an HBO TV show, Boardwalk Empire. He was playing him. Yeah. He's just a great actor. So I'm like, I think he won an award. He like got all emotional, so he really cared about it. So I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out both Task and Adolescence for sure.
Adolescence looks a little. I don't know the story, but it looks like it could be a tough watch. So that's why I'm not rushing into it.
It's the British TV that usually gets me with being like dramatic and sad.
It seems like it could be a tough.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it though. But all right, dude. Well, I'm not doing anything down underneath. There's a dog in between my legs that I'm hitting, so I don't want to fucking get weird. All right, dude. Well, we'll post this episode. Everybody that listens and watches, like and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and shit. And then we're gonna start posting this on actual Spotify and shit. So that'll be a good time. All